What's up, everyone? It's your boy Xmanny87 here, bringing you another Mezco Toyz 112 collective review. And what I have for you today is the Batman Sovereign Knight Regular Edition. As you know, I have reviewed the Onyx Edition previously, so the big differences here are pretty much the costume and the accessories that are in different colors, as well as the material, obviously. Anyway, before I get into everything, if you could please leave a like rating on the video, it will show your support for my channel. I greatly appreciate it. And with that said, let's take a look at the accessories first. First up, we have here a pack of 10 miniaturized Batarangs. The Onyx Edition had these in silver, and this Sovereign Knight regular version of Batman has the black, and they fit in his hands nicely. This Batman has 11 interchangeable hands. So first up are the closed fists. Here is the Sonic Disruptor, which is held by the Sonic Disruptor holding hands, as you see on this Batman. One thing to note, thanks to my boy Lenny, I was trying to figure out what is this hole for on the last Onyx review, and basically this detaches. I got one part right where it goes here, but the main reason of that is so he can holster it back here. So that is pretty cool. I did not know that, so thank you, Lenny. Here's the grapnel gun with the grapnel gun holding hands. And here is the grapple hook to plug into the grapnel gun. And here's also a grapple hook with the rope that you can attach to the grapnel gun. I'm not going to unravel this right now, but you can check it out on my Onyx review video how it looks. Here is the Batarang with the Batarang holding hands. Here are the hands to hold multiple Batarangs, so that way you can have your Batman attack multiple enemies at once. And here is the Kryptonite Brass Knuckle hand, so you can give a Kryptonian beatdown. Just like the Onyx Batman, this is my favorite accessory out of the pack. And it looks super cool. Instead of the black and gold, it's, you know, that gunmetal and silver, which is super freaking cool. He looks like something out of Transformer. Freaking coming out of Soundwave's chest. Razorbat Eject. I think Razorbat is the name, one of them. But this is a really, really dope accessory. I love this a lot. And the wings articulate, so they move up, down. You can rotate them and have them like this instead of like that. It's up to you. And like this, they also move up and down. So it's super freaking cool. As for the head options, this is the short-eared Jim Lee style cowl type of Batman, and I think this is the best head to go with this body. As for the Onyx, I love the long pointy-eared one more, but this is freaking amazing. Love how it looks on this. Gives me a Jim Lee vibe. Here is the long-eared pointy version, which looks great still. And here is a Catwoman battle damaged head with the long pointy ears. As I pointed out in my Onyx review, this is the best freaking head sculpt. It is amazingly detailed with the blood, the bruising, the scar. It's just absolutely beautiful. And here is the Bruce Wayne alt head, which looks a lot like Ben Affleck, especially with the gray hairs popping that side. I really love how this looks. Definitely gives me a Batfleck vibe with this. To go over the fabric here, I think it is well done. The prototype images showed that he had this lining DC New 52-like material that were, you know, very prominent on the abdomen area, on the arms, and also the legs. But if I darken it a little bit, you can see it shows up here better. That it was highlighted more in like a dark gray, like a charcoal gray color. But I wish they went with that version, but it's okay. I still like this. This actually gives me an Arkham City vibe from the video game. So I dig the suit. I like it. And also has like these ridges on the material. It almost reminds me of the Batman vs. Superman Batman costume. So I really dig that a lot. And as you can see here, you know, just it continues to go all around. So that's really dope. And you can see some lines designed in there. The utility belt is the same as the Onyx one, and as well as the knee pads, they have that there. I wish they kind of give them some elbow pads too to go with the knee pads, but I can see where, you know, it can hinder maybe some of the elbow movement. But it's still really cool, and this has more of a matte finish, whereas the Onyx Batman had a glossy, very bright finish. I dig it. I still love the Onyx one more, but I will say that this Batman, the fabric that they used here is much better and has definitely will give you more longevity on the long run and durability when it comes to posing, because you don't have to worry about that. My issue with the pleather material on the Onyx one is that if I kept them in a pose for too long, it would leave these streaks, and some got very stretched out and damaged and started peeling. So I think if you are willing to spend the money on the Onyx edition instead, I mean, you can go for that, but if you don't care and just want a Sovereign Knight Batman, then I would say drop your cash on this guy right here. And I really love how I can actually move him more, especially in the swivel torso area. I couldn't get this much range out of my Onyx Batman. So, again, I love that Batman more because that's just my attachment, that costume. As I mentioned in my last review, you'll know why. But this, to me, in my opinion, for posability and all that stuff you're looking for, this is a great take to have on Batman. This is a great Batman figure. No yellow oval here is more of that modernized Batman logo, so it looks really, really good. I really love the, you know, the edgy type of material or sculpting actually they went for. Bat gauntlets are still the same. It still has that sharp, pointy, pliable material. So just be careful when posing with this guy that you're not applying pressure that it could probably potentially snap. Here's taking a closer look at the design on the legs here. So that's cool. This going around here, that's pretty cool. Got the bat crotch, bat thigh, bat butt all stitched up. Again, I like the way Mezco does their Batmans. I think they're the best at doing Batman. The cape stays the same. I wished we had a wired cape. Just as I said in my Onyx review, the one problem with this cape right here is that this piece keeps warping inwards instead of outwards. So I really would like, you know, his cape to just drape on the floor, and that's really cool. I love a Batman that can drape his cape on the floor. So good. The cape has some good wingspan right there. Oh, this would have been so dope if it was wired. Imagine that, doing those crazy gliding kicks that Batman does. This looks absolutely beautiful. Here's taking a look at the back. Amazing. You can close the cape like so, as well as flushing it back like so it doesn't get in the way. To cover articulation with this guy, his head moves that far up and that far down, left, right, and he's got some good rocking pivoting there. His arms, shoulder joints move that far up, so much higher than the Onyx Edition Batman. Arms move up and down, bicep swivel, double jointed elbows. He's got the ball joint wrist that you can point in any direction you like. Ab crunch forward, ab crunch back. And as I showed you before, he's got some great torso swivel that you just can't get away with the Onyx Batman. His legs move that far apart, so full split. His legs move that high up. I want to say it's a little bit higher than the Onyx Batman as well. And it moves that far back. He's got leg rotation, double jointed knees, and again, no heel to the bat butt. And do the boot swivel. Yes, the boot swivel. I'm not sure if it did that on the Onyx one. They were kind of stiff on mine. And the ankles move up, down, and you got the ankle pivot. And here is Sovereign Knight Batman next to Deathstroke and Catwoman. And here is Sovereign Knight Batman next to the Mezco Direct exclusive Joker, which looks great together. Love the fact that Joker is taller than Batman. I've always preferred it to be that way. Overall, I think this is the better Mezco Batman Sovereign Knight figure in terms of mobility. As I pointed out, you'll get a lot more range because the material isn't as tight on this one as it is on the Onyx. So as I showed you on the shoulder movement, the torso swivel, the legs, I think overall this is a better Batman in terms of articulation wise. If you're looking for that posability, yes. For me, look wise, I love the Onyx one more. Again, I just have an attachment. as the black and yellow costume was the first costume I was ever exposed to Batman. But if you want to shell out the money and get that Onyx Batman, you know, in the secondary market, hey, by all means, you do you, man. You go ahead. I'm not going to tell you what to do with your money, but if you don't feel like spending that money at all, and you just want a dope Batman figure with great posability for, you know, as far as Mezco figures, then I'd say, you know, definitely drop the cash on this guy, because overall, like I said, posability wise, you'll get more out of this guy than the Onyx one. But anyway, that was my review. If you haven't followed me on Instagram, make sure you are following me there. I'll have a link in the description below. Get your figures at Big Bad Toy Store. I'll leave a link in the description below. Leave a like, as you know, that'll help my channel out tremendously. So I appreciate you giving me a thumbs up. Leave a comment. We'll chat about it. Share and subscribe, and make sure you hit that notification bell so you always see when my reviews are up. Alright guys, thanks for watching. See you on the next review. Peace, peace.